This book is Something Special. Friday was special day in Mrs. Brown's class. Everyone was allowed to bring in one of their favourite special things to show the class. What can I take that's special? Asked Charlie one Friday morning. Mum was busy feeding Sally. What about your teddy? She said. Lots of people take their teddies, said Charlie. I want to take something different. Sally started crying. Look in your bedroom, said Mum. Charlie searched for his things. There was Bessie, the old rag doll from Africa that had belonged to his grandma, but she didn't look very special with her stuffing coming out. There was the model boat he'd made all by himself, but it fell apart as soon as he tried to pick it up. There was a beautiful chocolate rabbit he'd saved from Easter, but one ear had been bitten off. I can't find anything, said Charlie sadly. Can you help me look? Mum was busy dressing Sally. There's no time now, she said. Don't look so miserable. We can find something for next week. When they got to school, the other children had lots of special things. Raju had some sweet and sticky gulab jamun that smelled of rose petals, and he let everyone taste them. Peter had a strange-looking plant called a Venus flytrap. He said, it ate flies and would eat your finger if you weren't careful. Lois had a beautiful kite. It was made of red paper and shaped like a dragon. She said it came from China. Charlie's best friend Stephen bought his pet hamster in a cage. Stephen said its name was Biscuit, and Joan said it looked like a rat. And Daniel had a huge slimy worm that he'd found on the way to school, but Mrs. Brown had made him put it outside. Shireen had a beautiful sari that sparkled blue and gold. She put it on and Mrs. Brown said she looked like a princess. But Charlie had nothing. Never mind, said Mrs. Brown. You can bring something to show us next week. But I haven't got anything special, said Charlie on his way home. Not special and different. What about your favourite book, or Goldie the Fish, or your collection of postcards from Uncle Ali in Nigeria? Mum tried hard to think of something. No, I don't want to take those, said Charlie. When they got home, Mum had to feed Sally again and change her nappy and wash her clothes and put her to bed. Charlie felt cross. He turned the television on really loud. He stamped around and slammed the door. Shh, you'll wake your sister, said Mum. I don't care, said Charlie to himself. Charlie felt Mum would never have time to help him find something special. On Saturday, they had to go to the shops in the rain because Mum had to buy more nappies for Sally. On Sunday, Auntie Jill and Uncle John came and they made big fuss of Sally all day. On Monday, they were late for school because Sally had cried all night and they slept in. On Tuesday, Charlie went to Stephen's house for tea. Stephen had lots of special things. You can borrow something if you like, he said. But it wouldn't be mine, said Charlie. On Wednesday, Charlie felt very cross. He still couldn't think of anything special to take to school, and Sally was crying again. Mum was busy making biscuits in the kitchen. You go to her, she said. I don't want to. Charlie stamped his foot and started to cry. All she does is cry all the time, and I haven't got anything that's special, nothing at all. Mum took Charlie onto her nap. We'll find you something, you'll see. Now you go up and see Sally for me while I get the biscuits finished. Then you can have some warm from the oven, just how you like them. Charlie went slowly up the stairs and into Sally's room. He covered his ears and looked at his sister. Her face was all screwed up like an angry prune, and she was kicking her legs wildly in the air. Stupid babies, he muttered. He picked up one of Sally's baby toys and started to play with it. Sally stopped screaming. Charlie looked in the cot. Sally looked at Charlie with her big brown eyes. Charlie looked at Sally. Her hands were so tiny. He reached out and touched her fingers. She grabbed onto his fingers so tightly he nearly cried out, but it felt nice. He didn't know babies were so strong. Hello, Sally, he said, and then Sally did something she'd never done before. She smiled, a big beaming smile, just for Charlie. Late that evening, Mum came to tuck Charlie into bed. She held a wonderful carved wooden mask. I found something for you to take to school, she said. But I've already got something, said Charlie, and whispered in Mum's ear. At school on Tuesday, Charlie was very excited. I'm bringing something really special tomorrow, he said. Is it a new toy? Said Lois. No, said Charlie. Is it your goldfish? Asked Stephen. No, said Charlie. Is it something you can eat? Asked Daniel. No, said Charlie. I'm not telling. At last it was Friday. The other children were already waiting when Mum brought Charlie into the classroom. Charlie had something special to show us this morning, said Mrs. Brown. This is my baby sister, said Charlie proudly. She's called Sally and she's 6 weeks old and she smiles at me and she's very, very special. She looks like you, said Peter. When will she be big enough to play football, said Daniel. You are lucky, said Joan. I wish I had a baby sister, said Lou May. She isn't smiling at me, said Stephen. She only smiles at me, said Charlie, because I'm her brother. That night, Charlie helped Mum to bath Sally and put her to bed. Do you know what special day it will be tomorrow? Asked Mum when Sally was asleep. No, said Charlie. It's going to be Big Brother Day, said Mum. A special day for big brothers because big brothers really are something special. The end. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, please subscribe.